Hello everyone. So welcome to AI Literacy video lecture. This week the topic is prompt engineering, and this time brought to you by Jackie Chen. So let's get started. Today we'll talk about first start with introduction to prompts, and then some common tasks that you can do with the chatbots, and then some general tips that for you when you write the prompts, and also some advanced prompting skills. I think all of us now with some experience using the chatbots. And so how will you use it? So usually you will type something onto the text area, right? And within that text, you will provide some context to tell the chatbots what you expect to have. Then that text input, we call it the prompts. So after you provide the prompts, then the LLM will process it and then generate some response to you. That part we call it the completion. Okay, so you give the prompt, and then the chatbot will give you the completion. So what happens after you give the prompt to the LLM? The LLM, so basically it doesn't really understand the human language, so it will process the prompts that you enter, try to cut it, okay, chop it into some chunks that we call it tokens. Okay. When they do it, they do not cut it exactly where the words start or stop. Okay. Usually like 4 characters or 0.75 words into one token. So after this, we say the tokenizations, this stuff, then the machine will try to understand the meaning, and by identifying the keywords, the phrases, and also the relationship within the text. Okay, and so they can somehow, based on what you want, try to generate the thing that you would like to have. But then what's happened if the prompt is too long? Then you may hit this, okay, we say the token limit when you have a very, very long prompts. So the token limit saying that the combinations of the prompts and also the completion, it should not exceed the model's token limit. It means that you cannot have a very long prompts. So what happened if it exceeds this token limit? Then first of all, this token limit will affect how many texts that you can input, and also how long the completion can be. So if this two is too long, then the machine, the model will truncate it. It means you lost some of the completion, or it is not enough for you to provide the context that you would like to pass to the model. And then another problem is like, I think last time, if you still remember, what William tell us is that when the machine give us response, so they will base on what you mentioned before. Okay, they will refer to the earlier parts of the conversations. So if the prompt and also the completion and also all the memory altogether is too long, that means they cannot include all the necessary informations, then it will affect this context of retention. And for sure, it also about the performance and also the cost. Okay, if you look at how they cost you money and charge you money, so they look at the number of tokens that you spend. Okay. Usually it will cost some money based on this token usage. So what we can do, okay, how we can use our prompts wisely. Then one of the ways that we can do is to clear the conversation history. Okay. So not by this, okay, but then when you are using the chatbots, I mean the HKBU, that one. just beside the text area that you type the prompts, you will see something like the rubbish bin, right? So if you click it, then it can help you to clear all the conversation history. So it is a good idea. Okay? Whenever you start a new topic, you want to send a new message, then you may try to clear the conversations for some reason. Okay? First of all, due to the token limit. Okay? We want to ensure that the previous message would not consume the token, so that you won't exceed this token limit. So it allows more rooms for the new contents. And the second is about the efficiency. Okay, so we try to remove all those relevant informations so that the machine can focus on the current topic. So whenever you have a new topics, you would like to hear the previous conversation because they are not relevant. And the third is about the course. By removing those conversation history, which means they are not included in the information that you pass to the LLM, so it won't cost you money. And then the last thing is about the performance. So when you provide a structure, context, then you will have a faster response time. Okay, so that is one thing that we can do before you start a new topic. So what is prompt engineering? So by the OpenAI, the CEO in a tweet, then he described that prompt engineering is something like the programming, computer programming. I don't know whether you know programming or not, but then programming is we give instruction to the machine and ask the machine to do something for us using the computer language. But then here for the chatbots, so what we are doing, so we are also asking the machine to do something for us, but then not by computer language, it's by our language, by the natural language. So he said that it is something like the computer programming, and then here the prompt engineering is how we can use this prompt efficiently, so that we can do our task with less effort, and then but with a good result. A prompt, when we write a prompt, the most important thing is the instruction. And we have to specify what you want the model to do. And sometimes you may need to also include the context. Like you would like to include a paragraph, some sentence, or you would like to provide some example, or in some model you can even provide the images or video or a document like that. And that's the context. And also the output indicator. So it can indicate what kind of, what type of output you want in the what format, say in the points form, in the table format, this kind of output indicator. But then in the prompts, the instruction is a must. You must have the instruction. And then whether you have context, whether you have the output indicator is optional based on the task that you want the model to do. So what can we do? There are some common tasks that we can do with the LLM. So which namely there's task summarizations, segmentation analysis. We can also do the role play, but then you have to know the instructions. So how we can give this instruction. And we start with task summarization. Okay, so for task summarization, what are we doing is like, well, sometimes you have a very long paragraph that you don't have time to go through it So you would like to ask the machine to read it for you, but then ask the machine to tell you, well, what it is about. Then you are asking the machine to summarize the text for you. That is in text summarization. So when you give the prompts, then you will write, okay, summarize the following paragraph in one sentence or in two sentences, okay, based on what you want. And then below this instruction, you will provide those paragraph. And so at the end, you will get back the sentence that describing the whole paragraph. So that's the text summarization. So this one is pretty useful. And then the second one, we call the sentiment analysis. So this is a process that we trying to determine the emotional tone behind a paragraph or a few sentences. So it is often being used in processing the text data, such as the review, okay, some product review, the social media posts, or the customer feedback. Okay. For one product, we may have thousands of review comments, and then you just roughly want to know how many customers like it, how many customers feel that it is a bad product, right? So you can use sentiment analysis to analyze it. Okay? This sentiment analysis will categorize the sentence or paragraph into three categories: a positive, a negative, or neutral. Okay? And how can we do it? Then you can ask the computer, say, okay, could you please analyze the sentiments of the following sentence? Okay, this is the instruction. And then for the context, then you will provide the sentence to the machine. Then you will get the feedback. The machine in the completion will tell you, okay, this is positive, okay, this is negative, or this is neutral. That is sentiment analysis. You can also do role playing. Role playing. You can ask the machine to act as different role, and then specify the task and also the format. We say this we have something called the RTF format. So the structure is like we have an act like, and then you tell the role, and then specify the task and also the format. For example, now I want to learn programming. And I want to learn programming, and I will say, okay, act like an IT expert. Give me a pen to learn programming, and then provide it in a table format. Then you will get the table, okay, telling you, okay, in week 1, then you should read some books, okay, write some simple program, and then also the topic like that. And you can also change the role. Let's say, okay, this time I'm not teaching the university student, but then I'm trying to teach the student in the kindergarten. Okay, I want to have a pen for them to learn programming. Then what I can do, then I can use another prompt, say, okay, act like a kindergarten teacher. Okay, give me a pen to learn programming, and show it in a table format. In that way, then you will get totally different. Okay, another pen. Okay, it's not for the adult to learn it, but then it is for the kid to learn it. And you can also have different kind of role. Okay, act like a lawyer. Okay, act like say a father, or a police. Okay, different kind of role. Okay, based on what you want to do. And this is some common tasks that we can do with our chatbots. So we go to the next section is about some general tips. Yeah, after we learning some common tasks that we can do, we also try to learn the way that we can write a good prompt. So basically, there are we say the 3C. Okay, 3C. D3C. This concise, complete, and also the clear. Clear. So let's go through it one by one. What do you mean by concise? What do you mean by complete and clear? So first, be concise. If you look at this image, it's like hitting the target, right? Hitting the target. It means so just try not to use many sentences to describe the thing. You try to keep it short. Try to make it clear. Just hit the target, and that is be concise. For example, you may now want to ask the LLM to write the description for a product. Then you may write something like, okay, write me the description, well, fairly short, few sentences, well, not too long, not too short. Then that is lengthy description. So if we want to be concise, we will write exactly, just use 3 to 5 sentence paragraph to describe this product. So that you use less word, but then it's pretty clear what you want to do. Another example is like this. This time I want to ask the LLM to write a program about a cat. Then I may write a program about a cat. It should be kind of sad. Maybe the cat is lost or lonely, and then it should be long. Blah blah blah. Many words to say. To describe the task, but then it can be more concise. Write a program with several about the loss and the lonely cat, and then it should be rhythm. Then that's more concise. Sometimes we have to remember that we are not talking to a real human. So you do not need to start with say, okay, good morning, how are you? Like that's kind of conversations. You just go directly to what you want. Just like you go to the coffee shop and just coffee a piece. So you do not need to start with while describing the weathers, blah blah blah. You just go right ahead to what you want to do. And that's be concise. Be specific about the content, outcome, length, format, and style. And this time is you should provide enough context, enough information. There. Like what are renewable energy source? Then well, that's not specific. What you exactly want to do. Then you should say, identify the source and also explain how it works. And that's be specific. Or you may want to find some good restaurant in Hong Kong. So what do you mean by good? The machine may not know what you mean by good. So be more specific. Then you can write, find the Michelin star restaurants in Hong Kong that serve vegetarian food. So your good can mean different things. You have to tell exactly what you want to do and what exactly you want. So if not, then well, it may spend you more tokens to refine the results until you get the answer. With Be Complete, they provide necessary context as detailed as possible. This time is about the context that the machine need to complete the task. Let's say, I want to keep fit and build muscle. This task is well, that description is too so the machine may not know who you are. I want to keep fit, but who you are. What's your status? So you have to tell more about yourself so that the machine can design a plan for you. So you can tell, I am a 35 years old man. The body fat is 20%. And then also I'm a beginner. And can you give him a pen to give it? Then that information should be enough for the LLM to give you a good pen. Because for men, for women, for kids, they're not the same. For example, you want to buy some fishing gear. Again, you have to tell more about yourself. You're a beginner, or well, how much budget do you have, and then where are you going to fish? So they are all the necessary information that you have to provide. Then that is the 3C. 3C can help you to better complete the task, and can also help you to save money. Save money. Okay, so at last we go to this advanced prompt engineering technique. So we're going to look at few short prompting, a chain of thought, and also the level prompts. First, the zero prompts, zero shoot prompting. Zero shoot prompting, it means you just give the task and you just give the instructions. Then what the model will do, the model will just based on your instruction, based on the general knowledge that it has to complete the task. The general knowledge that depends on the database that it is in use to train it. Okay, then just based on what it has to solve your questions. Well, nowadays those LLM has quite remarkable zero shot capabilities. Okay, but then sometimes it will still fall. Okay, when the task is too special, and then complex, then using zero shot prompting may not be enough. You just provide the instructions, but then the model may not have enough knowledge to answer your questions. And so you may use a few shot prompting. A few shot prompting means you are not providing only the instruction, but then you will also provide couples of examples. Okay, for example, now you want to classify some tests. Okay, if you just say classify some tests, but then the model may not know what the label you want to use. Okay, maybe you want to use good or bad. Maybe you would like to classify it as to a score from 1 to 5, right? So you can provide some examples, say, okay, if it is good, I want to say awesome. Okay, if it's bad, then I will say how, like this. Okay, provide several examples, and then so like the one that on the slide. So the weather today is gloomy. Okay, or how the movie is good. Okay, it's great. Then it's awesome. And if I lost my watch today, then that's how. Okay, you provide a couple of examples, and then also the sentence that you would like to classify. Then how about I love the weather today? At this time, from those examples, then the machine will be able to tell you, okay, the classifications of this I love the weather today will be awesome, because you have provided some examples that the machine can refer to, can learn from it. Okay. So now the machine is not only based on the general knowledge, but then it also tries to learn from the example that you provide. They know what you expect, the format, and also the behavior of the task. By this way, it can improve its performance. The second technique that we can use is a chain of thought. Chain of thought. Chain of thought can enhance the AI's reasoning ability. At the end, this LLM is for processing the language. If you're asking the LLM to solve some question like the math questions that involve reasoning, then it may fail. Okay. So what you can do, you can add this magic sentence, last thing step by step. We can take a look at example. Like this example, John needs to schedule meeting with 3 clients, Alice, Bob, and Carol. And then he has time slot at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m. So now Alice is only available at 9 a.m. and Bob is available at 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Carol is only available at 11 a.m. So we ask, can John schedule all meetings? It is a very simple question, right? But then surprisingly, so let's here we say, okay, we can see that ChatGPT 4.0 cannot answer this question. So you just say that, okay, John cannot schedule all the meeting with this 3 clients, okay, because of some reason that is nonsense. Okay, so it happened because, well, the LLM is not good at solving this kind of problem, but okay, you can add this last thing step by step at the end. Okay, we just do it again and then add this magic sentence to the end of this prompt, and this time you will see that it can answer your questions because by adding this step, okay, that thing step by step, the model will try to break this complex task into small one, then it may be able to help the model to answer the question correctly. Okay, so next time you can try. And you have this kind of math questions or some other tasks that require step-by-step work, you can add this magic sentence at the end of your prompt. So lastly, we want to take a look at one technique called the lever prompt. So very often, I don't know whether you have this experience when you use the ChatGPT or other LLM. Well, it can help you to generate something, but then, well, it doesn't fully match your expectations. Okay, maybe it is how to say, a bit too detailed, or well, it is a bit rough. Maybe the tone is too happy or sad, something like that. Okay? It's just not exactly what you want. Okay? You want to fine tune it. Okay? Then you can use this lever prompt to help you. Okay? This is a way to help you to adjust this AI outputs in a more fine-tuned way. And this is the step that we can do. So first, we just do it normally, ask the LLM to generate something, and then we ask the model to weight it. Ask the model to give it a score, and tell it, okay, now give a score based on from 1 to 10, and then 1 being very casual, and 10 being very professional. Then the model will give you the answer, right? So based on that answer, if you think that it is, well, I want it to be more casual, then you should make a small number. Ask the LLM, say, okay, so generate an RNA sample with the score 1, okay, or 2. Or in case you want it to be more professional, then you can say, okay, generate an RNA sample with a score 10 or 9, like that. Okay, somehow you are trying to fine-tune this result, because some of the time, if you just saying that, oh, can you make it more professional, then you may swing too much into that directions, or too casual, then you become, okay, the way that, so again, it may swing too much to this too casual in this direction. Then you can use a number to do it. We can take a look at an example. Here I ask the computer to the LLM to generate a slogan for me. Okay, try to encourage my student to learn more from AI. And then the AI tell me unlock the future, dive into AI and shape tomorrow. Quite nice, but then not exactly what I want. So the next step is I will ask the LLM to evaluate its own outputs. Okay, then I say, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 means very casual, and 10 means very formal. Okay, could you rate it? Then we can see that the ChatGPT tell us, okay, I will rate it as 6, okay, as 6. And based on this 6, if you want it to be more casual, then you can say, okay, turn this slogan into 3. Then you will give you a more casual example. Okay, get curious, explore AI and have fun. And that's more casual. Or think, okay, if it's not casual enough, okay, just turn it into 1, okay, with this goal. Then you will get a more extremely casual version. Just chill and check out AI. Okay. Or you can do it in another direction. Okay, say turn this slogan into 10. Then you will get a very formal slogan. Okay, this is a technique that we can fine tune the thing that generated by the LLM. So this is something that we can do. Okay, so pretty much it's come to the end of this video lecture. To summarize what we did, so we learned that the text input that we provide to the chatbots is we call it prompts, and then the response that we get from the AI, we call it the completion. And somehow we know that prompts will cause affect quite a lot to the quality of the completion, because the completion is generated based on the prompt. So we have to know what kind of tasks that we can do. And we describe some of the tasks like text summarization, sentiment analysis, role playing, this kind of tasks. And also we learn some advanced technique like few shot prompting. We provide some example for the AI to learn so that it can perform better. We also learned a magic word called last thing step by step. And at the end, we learned liver prompts in which we can fine tune the outputs from the LLM by dealing with numbers. Okay, so that's the end of this video lecture. So thanks for watching it. Bye bye.